Hello everyone, it's time to bust out the old Welper for this one and lay down some dimes. This time we're going to be doing the Gktech S chassis K-frame weld-in reinforcement plates. Pop these suckers out of the box and check out the goodness. They're 2 millimeters thick, dimple dyed for strength, and ribbed for your pleasure. Just kidding, they're ribbed for better welding action. Let's install, shall we? Mark out where your tension rod bracket is damaged, like our perfect specimen here. If it's not, you're lucky and you get to skip this step. Next, grab an adjustable wrench or shifter if you're from down under and bend that puppy back into shape. Now make sure it's all good by temporarily bolting it back up in place. Remove the front bolts and that one awkward side bolt. Then place the plate in place, pop the bolts back in, tighten them down. If it does sit right, you'll be able to toss some beads everywhere where the rib sections are not. If not, go back and straighten some more and get it dialed in. Now pop the plate off and clean up the area with your choice of paint removing device. And once it's all cleaned up for maximum weldage, install the plate back on and bolt it up to make sure it's in the correct position. Now toss in a fire blanket so you don't set the oil from your leaky engine ablaze, and tack weld the corners of that sucker into place so it stays. On the back side, massage the tabs with a hammer so it follows the natural curve of the tension rod bracket, then tack those into place as well. Now lastly, head over to the front and tack that down as well. Now, take the entire tension rod bracket off by removing the caster arm as well as the rear bolts of the bracket, then the front bolts of the bracket, and get it on a bench. Now finish welding all the way around like shown, then toss a few coats of your favorite flavor of paint on to prevent rust, then slap it back in the car, snugging the 4 bolts down, then torquing the front 2 to these specs. Now move on to the back bolts and torque those down to these same specs as well. Moving right along, go ahead and install your caster arm, bolt, and nut, then torque them down to the specs shown on the screen. Now hot darn, you're reinforced and ready to shred that much harder. These things should bend a lot less than they normally would. There's a button to click to sub for these dudes' antics, now go for it. Now if you can't weld or have issues with doing this, have a pro do it or reach out to us with any questions. We are Gktech, and we'll see you next time.